Hi everyone, welcome to Julie's Kitchen. So this is Easter and I wanted to share with you an Easter recipe that is very traditional in my family. We always call it Easter pizza. A lot of people know it as pizza rustica. So I'm going to show you how we do that. I'm going to show you actually two different ones. I'm going to make the very traditional one that was passed down from my mom, my grandmother, her mom, great-grandparents. So it's very traditional. And then I'm going to show you one where we put a little spin on it. So come along for the ride. I'm going to show you how to do this. So these are all my ingredients that we use. I have my ham that is diced, pepperoni, I have boiled eggs, Parmesan cheese, raw eggs, pepper, and what we have here is called basket cheese. Now growing up where we were from, we couldn't really get basket cheese. It's really a very bland cheese, kind of crumbly, and we always use what was called tuma cheese because that was what we could get. My mom would actually have to order it from Chicago because it was not in our area, and that's what we'd use. It's a cheese that doesn't really have much flavor. It's more to be used as like a binder. Now that I live in New York, I'm able to find this, and it's called basket cheese, and this is what we use, and it's fresh homemade cheese, has a similar taste and texture, not much flavor, and can be kind of bland, but it does help balance the saltiness and the spiciness of the pepperoni and the ham. So it's what you want. So let's get started. I went ahead and I diced all of this together. So there we have the ham, the pepperoni, and put my basket cheese in it. Now this one's just a little watery, and it is kind of generally can be a little watery. What it is this one more so because I had bought this last year and I didn't use it, so I froze it. Freezes very well. The texture changes a little bit, but it does freeze very well, and being with all this coronavirus going on, it was a good thing because it was one less thing I had to worry about having to get. And these are my eggs. And let me show you how I did them. I use my little slicer here. So you take your boiled eggs and you put it in one way, slice it, and then you turn the egg so it's like this way, and slice it again, and it comes out perfectly how you want it. And it doesn't have to be done any smaller than that because by the time you stir it around, it's going to break up. So it's just enough to get you going and not have to sit there and dice it with a knife. See how quick and easy that makes that? And believe me, once you get all this stuff chopped up, you want things to go quickly and easy because it's a lot of work, but well worth it. Okay, let me get this mixed up a little bit here. You can see. This is how you can see the proportions. You usually have a little bit more ham, and everything else is more like a complement to go with it. But it's also a dish that you can, work with it, change it around a bit. If you like more pepperoni, put more pepperoni in it, more egg, cheese, so on. But this is how we like it. Now I'm going to add the shredded cheese. Right around, that's what we're doing there. The rest. Okay, now in this dish you really don't want to add salt because you have plenty of salt from the ham and the pepperoni. But I love to add black pepper to it. Kind of gives it a little spicy, a little kick. Helps balance out again the saltiness of everything. And what I do is I just put some in, I stir it around a bit, see how it looks. I want to be able to see it. That's when I know I have enough. Yeah, see, that looks good. You can see the pepper. Okay. Now the next thing we want to add is the eggs and the raw eggs. Now these I'm going to put in a few at a time and see. Because it really all depends on the size of the eggs you get. These here are large. Oops. All right, so we're going to start off with 6 eggs. We're going to add a few more eggs because it's really taken it, and you want this really to be kind of soupy because the eggs, raw eggs is what is the binder, what holds everything together. Like a quiche, you have your raw eggs and cream, and then you have your filling. Okay, that's how we want to see it. See how it's a little wet there? Loose looking, little soupy is the best way to describe it. This way I know I have enough raw eggs in there to help keep it all together, and so it's not dried out either. Got my marble and rolling pin, which is really like the best rolling pin to roll out pastry crust. Since the pan that I'm going to be using is oblong, rectangular actually. Not the nicest looking one, but it works the best. There we go. And as you see, with it sitting there a few minutes, this is what I mean about soupy. You want it to look like that. That's when you know you got enough eggs in it. At least that's how I go by, and how I was taught to go by. I just want to put this in. Okay, just want to get that all leveled off. Now we're going to put it aside, and we're going to make the top crust for it. Roll it out. Okay, so now we're going to place the top crust, which I got rolled out, onto the top of the pie. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just seal this up. Trim it a little bit. Just going to press the edges together. The next thing that we always do, which is tradition, is we just poke holes in it. Okay, that's it. So we're going to set this aside and work on our next one, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, now are you ready for part 2? This is going to be the Easter pizza that my husband picked ingredients for, so we're going to try it out and see how it is. We're going to change it up a bit. So here we have the diced ham again. Pepperoni. The eggs. And the cheese here we have mozzarella cheese and we have Swiss cheese that we're adding. And we're going to add some ricotta cheese. Let's start stirring this up a bit so you see how things are coming together. You want more ricotta in it. There we go. So it's all mixed up. And now I'm gonna get ready to roll out my pie crust, put it in. Okay, and here's another extra. Joe wants to put a little of the cheddar cheese on top. My oven, I have it on preheating at 400. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the oven. And after it's baked for a little bit, then I want to take it out, and I like to put like an egg wash on it. But I like it when it cooks a little bit, so the dough's a little bit firmer. All right, so the oven's up to temperature. I have it set on 400. And we're going to put these in the oven, and we're going to let it cook for about a half an hour. Then I want to just put an egg wash on it and put it back in the oven to bake. Okay, so basically what this is one egg that's beaten with about a teaspoon or so of water, just to loosen it up. So I just want to brush this on the crust. All right, everyone, so we're going to check on the Easter pizza. It should be ready to come out now. Oh, yeah, look at them. All right, so, well, these have been out of the oven, and now they're cooling. So I'm going to cut it. You can get it in piece here. Hopefully, it won't. First piece is always very hard to get out, especially when it's in a deep dish pan like this. Hopefully I can get it out. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. So we can see what it looks like. Then leave a little residual here in the pan. There we go. It's still warm. It's been cooling for quite a while already. It's been, what, I'd say at least an hour or so. All right, so smells just like home. This is exactly how Mom's house used to smell and Grandma's house when they made it. Smells really good. All right, I'm gonna take a bite here and let you know how it is. Wow. Right away, I taste the pepper. I taste the saltiness of the ham and the pepperoni. Nice and creamy with the eggs. And juicy, not dried out or anything at all. My flake and my pastry, you can see, is very flaky as it keeps flaking off. So, well, I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I hope you guys are gonna give it a try. Oh, there we go. That came out nice, so we can see it. A little piece out here. It's amazing how letting it cool just a few more minutes can make a big difference. And this has actually been cooling for a good hour already. Okay, so here we go. Oops, it broke off. I'm gonna give it a try. Very juicy. I'm really picking up on all the flavors. I taste the pepperoni, the ham, all the different cheeses in here. It's nice and moist, creamy, fluffy. And my crust is nice and flaky, just how I love it. So I'm gonna leave the directions and ingredients, everything in the description down below. So please try it and leave a comment, like, subscribe, let us know what you think, and I hope you have a blessed Easter. Take care, God bless, and so long.